it's been a busy couple days mentally and just physically. We have been thinking of something. It's been a couple of months now that we've been thinking about it, but we haven't taken the leap of faith and decided to take action on it till yesterday. We were thinking about it and planning it, but yesterday we did the big jump and we went for a big purchase that we are hoping will pay off. It's scary though. It's scary when you start a new thing. We have had a lot of things that we've started, some that have not planned out the way we wanted to, and they just fade away. Some that have gone very great. So for us, this is a little bit freaky, but I'm excited to share it with you guys. We're not going to tell you everything. We will show you a couple details. Although something really funny I wanted to talk about. We thought that, the community told us that they changed the trick-or-treat day to like Sunday, which I thought was ridiculous because I'm like, it's not even Halloween. You know, how fun is that if you're not gonna do it on Halloween? I got her ready, got her mentally ready, got her candy ready. It wasn't a really good turnout.
They saw the last video. They saw the last
Yeah, you guys saw the last video, how excited I was about it. And they said, no, it's not happening on Halloween anymore, right? I mean, we still have the bowl of candy the whole time there, just in case. Turns out, it totally happened on Halloween. Like, I didn't even know there were that many kids in the neighborhood. So it was a really bad hour for us. Lila had just fallen asleep and I was really mad because I wanted her to experience it and I was excited about it. Finally, you know, I get to do this with her. We had the apartment. No one went trick-or-treating, obviously, in an apartment. So anyways, we decided, because we still wanted to be able to give out candy. Can I please have this, monkey? Uppy, 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 uppy. Oh, thank you. That was not even comfortable. So I go ahead and put a sign out that says, please help yourself, happy Halloween. Now, what is your first initial thought of this sign being by a basket of candy? What did you think?
Pause it and comment.
Pause it and comment now, below. All right, so anyways, 5 minutes later, my bowl is empty. I'm pretty sure that we didn't have like, I don't know, 60 people, because it was a lot of candy. So I decided to change my sign, and he told me, he's like, you know, that sign looked very inviting. Like, I would just grab a whole handful, because you didn't specify how many. And we were listening to kids, like, when I saw that the bowl was, like, empty, we were both staying out here just to hear what people were saying. Well, they didn't say how many we can take. Each person said that.
One of the moms said, take one.
Oh, yeah, and you heard this little girl. She had to be very young because, I mean, you could tell just by the way she was talking. She's like, yeah, but it doesn't say that, mommy. And the mom's like, take one. And she's like, but it doesn't say that. So, like, arguing with her mom about it. But, I mean, it was funny, but at the time, like, damn it, now we gotta go make a new sign. I thought for sure we were gonna run out of candy, but we make a sign. Words are strong, guys. Words are very strong. Please take one or two. Happy Halloween. So now all you hear is arguing. There's group of kids that come, one takes three, one yells at them. The sign says one or two, and these are young kids too. So I thought it was funny that they need to specifically be told how many they can take or else they'll take all of them. Hubby's like, yeah, I told you, words are really strong, and I'm here like, well, I don't know, just, I guess because I'm the type of kid that I would have taken one or two, and he's the type of kid that's like, well, you said take, so I would have taken as much as I can. So I'm like, well, I guess it just depends how you grow up. Greedy boy.
This is what we left.
And we were left with so much candy. I thought for sure we were gonna run out of candy, and I was like, we're gonna have to close off all the lights and, you know, pretend we're not home so that they're not like, where's the candy? But we ended up having lots of candy after this sign, because had I kept this sign, within like 20 minutes, we would have not had any candy anymore. Damn it. But I was really upset because I didn't get to experience it with her, and that sucked.
She was napping.
She was napping, and she needed to nap because she had gone 3 days without a nap. And it was driving us kind of insane because obviously kids who don't nap are kind of crazy. That was the definition of her at the time. And she was sleeping in at ridiculous hours when we needed her to be awake. It was just, oh, look guys, we're getting ready. Apparently we get more snow here and we've got lots of hills. So we're like, let's make sure we grab them because once the first snowfall comes, everything's gonna be gone. We also bought her a shovel, which I thought was really cute. But anyways, let's show you guys a little bit of what we have been working on. I'm not gonna give away the whole thing. We're just gonna show you a glance. And there's much more to do. It looks a little pathetic because we haven't finished it. We're here, baby. Hey! So anyways, it needs a lot of work. This is just, we knew we had to take the step in order to make it work. It can stay in our minds forever and be a goal, but if you never act on it, nothing happens. So we have started. We need to paint. We still need to build a couple things. We need to get a rug for it and hang a couple things on the wall. It's a work in progress. It's a little scary. I'm excited about it. But yeah, I'm not gonna tell you guys everything. It's another step. Anyways, because we've been so busy and consumed our mind and our bodies at the time, because I didn't even tell you guys, right here was Lila's toys. She had, I mean, it looked like we had 4 kids, how much stuff she has. It's insane. I moved everything upstairs to her bedroom where it should have been originally, but we moved it down. I don't remember why. And we had to clean up the area just for that. So I was so exhausted yesterday by the time I was done. Anyways, because we've been so busy, we haven't even really thought about vlogging. It was just one of those like, oh no, what are we gonna do? And if we ever do something, I do want it to be helpful, beneficial for you guys. So I decided to bring back an old video that didn't really take off. I don't think many people got to see it, but it's a very important video talking about muscle, and it kind of debunks the myths of, you know, bulking and lifting heavy weights and all that stuff. And because I'm bulking, I figured I wanted to kind of show you guys a little bit. Well, anyways, here's the clip. Enjoy, guys. Will you get bulky? Will you get muscular? Should you weightlift areas that are your problem areas? I get people who are like, you know, Florina, my quads are thick. I have gains already down there, so I don't really want to do squats or anything that, you know, may target my quads so they don't get any bigger. Now, let's be real, there's a difference between fat gains and muscle gains. If you're talking about having thick quads, as in that's where you store fat, you still need to work them, because in order to get rid of that fat, it must be worked. Same thing how I always tell you guys I have fat triceps. I still have to work my triceps. If I don't work my triceps, then they will continue to be fat. That is where it's always gonna be loose. I'm always gonna have that as a problem area if I don't work it. You're not gonna get larger by working the area. You're actually gonna get leaner and tone it. See, what happens is you're gonna build muscle. The muscle will burn the fat. But if you're eating at a deficit, which most of you are clearly trying to eat at a deficit to get that area smaller, you cannot get bigger. The rule is to eat at a surplus, gain, and to eat at a deficit to lose. So if you are eating at a deficit and you're working that area, it's gonna get smaller and more toned. Same thing as, you know, when I was bulking, at the end of my bulk, my legs were thicker, curvier, and now they are leaner, but there's muscle definition there. So there is a difference between leaning and bulking. So you will not get bulkier or bigger unless you're eating at a surplus. And then this whole idea that getting muscular, like super muscular, is gonna happen fast and overnight, cannot happen. This takes years of dedication. Like, I lift extremely heavy. I was eating 3,000 calories, and I don't think I'm like that muscular, you know, to the point where I look like a man or too much. And it's been years now that I've been doing that. So to get really big takes a lot of time, dedication, and eating at a surplus. If you're not doing a lot of those things, you won't get big, muscular, bulky, manly looking. I mean, don't you think every guy would be buff like crazy if that was the case? But it is not. And this goes back to this whole like quad dominance. A lot of people say the majority of people are quad dominant. Well, you have to understand quad dominant as in muscle, your quads, or is that where you store fat? So because these people say that they're quad dominant, they avoid working their quads, when in reality you need to work them to lean them and get them to where you want, not avoid the problem area, because it's not gonna really help it. Same thing with my triceps, guys. They weren't showing at all. Now I'm getting good tricep definition. The light might be a little bit soft, so it may not catch it. But I needed to work the area to fix the problem. I couldn't just avoid it because I have fat triceps. What would happen? They would continue to be where they are. Sorry, where they were, not where they are, because where they are now is good. And then another thing I wanted to talk about, I probably said it in one of my bulking videos, but I've had people who are like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna gain weight, and then once I get to the size I want, then I'm gonna start weightlifting and working on toning. That's not how you bulk, guys, because you need to build muscle. So while you're eating at a surplus, this surplus should be going to building muscle, not storing fat. Because here's what happens. You store fat, let's say all you put on is fat. When it comes down to leaning, you're just leaning all your fat. So you didn't do anything at all. You never made any actual permanent gains like muscle. So once you start leaning, you're supposed to see muscle gains. You can't just eat at a surplus, gain fat, and then be like, I bulked, because that's not the same thing. You cannot convert fat into muscle. A lot of people have this idea too, like they'll sign up for my plan and they're overweight and they know they're overweight, but they want to turn their fat into muscle. They want to bulk, they don't want to get leaner, they want to keep their size, but change their body composition and create like this beautiful round big butt. But the problem with that is that would mean I would have to put them into bulking, eating at a surplus, which would mean they would gain even more weight and more fat. You cannot convert fat into muscle. Muscle does burn fat, but it doesn't become muscle. Sorry guys, we're playing games with the sun. It comes and goes. Apparently I turned really dark at one point, so bear with us. Also keep in mind, it's always going to be harder for girls to build muscle. It's easier for guys because they have more testosterone, but the rule is 2 to 5 pounds a month. However, girls are on the way lower end of that, and you really have to be doing everything right, killing the muscle every workout. One workout that you just go in and you don't push it till failure and really destroy that muscle, you didn't really accomplish much. Yeah, you put in a good workout, you probably maintained the muscle you had, you got a good pump, but if you didn't push it really, really hard, like I'm saying train like a beast every single time, you're not gonna build that 5 pounds of muscle a month. It's very hard to do. So say you're a girl, you build about 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds of muscle a month. If you gain 20 pounds in a month, it's unfortunate to tell you this, but you've gained 18 or 19 pounds of pure fat, which is not the right thing to do. During a bulk, you're not gonna see fast weight gain, and if you do, know that there's something wrong with that, because no one could really build that much muscle unless you're getting a little bit of help from drugs, and which I don't really know the rule on that or how fast it works, but you cannot build very much muscle in a very short amount of time. Now, I talked about this before, but because I still get people who ask, and lately I've been seeing a lot of videos out there from like top-notch people that have like a lot of followers saying like grow your booty and lean your waist all at the same time. Guys, you cannot do this. It is highly impossible. You cannot gain size and lose size at the same time. They contradict each other. In order to gain, you must eat, and in order to lose, you must eat less. Cut some of that out. You have to eat at a deficit in order to lose. You cannot bulk and also shred fat from your abs. Like, anyone who is preaching this is ridiculous. It is impossible. They don't know the first rule about fitness, because it's obviously burn fat, deficit, gain, surplus. I mean, that's the #1 rule. It's ridiculous how many videos I've already seen that state that this is possible when it really isn't. Yes, you can build some muscle eating at fat loss. You can build muscle definition, but you're not gonna build up in size and go up a gene size or 2 gene size. You're just gonna see nice defined muscle definition. And if you're still anti-muscle, hopefully this will convince you. Muscle is what keeps you looking better long term. Muscle is what allows you to take a week or 2 weeks off from the gym and not feel like you just blew up like a blowfish. It's muscle that changes your body composition, and you want to start building it now, because as you age, you lose more and more muscle. You become more fragile. You become that old lady that can't lift her arms above her head, or can't really walk up the stairs on their own, or just do things on their own. Muscle is so important for so many reasons, but it also torches body fat like no other. I was able to get through my bulk still looking pretty decent. If I flexed, I had a 6-pack. I needed to flex to have it, but I looked a lot better because I had muscle to begin with. So muscle has so many benefits, and I feel like it just overall keeps you younger. And keep in mind, all your goals are based on your nutrition. It's not about how hard you work out in the gym, how many workouts you could fit in, what new workout trend you're doing. It's about how you're eating, if you're eating towards your goals. Always keep that in mind. I talk about this so much, and yet I still have people, even clients who have been on my plan and know that I preach eat towards your goals. Like, well, what if I just do the workouts but not worry about what I'm eating? It doesn't work that way. You cannot outwork a bad diet, guys. You'll just be in a vicious circle, never reaching your goals. So I was here waiting for you guys to finish watching that. Anyways, I hope I convinced you guys to want to build muscle. Another cool fact, for every pound of muscle you build, you burn 50 more calories daily. It's not that easy to build muscle, but just keep that in mind. That's a pretty cool thing. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that bell for notifications, and until next time, bye guys.